So good morning everyone, it is the 11th of January and now it's time to talk about transfers. First of all, we got to talk about Runarsson. So literally about an hour ago, Runarsson has been linked with a move, or at least Arsenal are looking to loan Runarsson out to the Championship. I would clearly and first of all like to say I think this is fantastic news. Runarsson, since his time at Arsenal, hasn't shown anywhere near the level that is required from a backup. I have been incredibly surprised on how bad that he was. When we first signed him and I looked at all the stats using Y-Scout, it was quite clear that he looked like a backup goalkeeper compared to Martinez and Leno, who, to be honest, were about even in a lot of different stats. The only stat that Runarsson had that was better than Leno's was his delivery to command the box as a goalkeeper. That was the only thing that Runarsson and Martinez were pretty close at. But since then, with the few games that he's had some games whereby he's had some good saves, but there's been lots of games, to be honest, all of those games whereby his actions, his goalkeeping prowess has been questionable. And that's why I think this loan is perfect. Right now, they're not talking about a specific Championship side, but I think if you can get him to a mid-table Championship side, get him some games, then I don't think it's that bad. I think the Championship mid-table level is his level. Let's see what happens over the next couple of weeks. I'm sure there's going to be lots of different rumors about it, and maybe a specific Championship club. But if we can get Runarsson a loan out, and then more importantly, bring someone in. Now, if you're talking about specific loans on who I might bring in order to replace Runarsson, there are several possibilities. I was thinking before I started this video. You got Henderson there at Manchester United. He's their backup. I think they've also got Romero there at Manchester United. He might be third choice goalkeeper. He's better than Runarsson. I just saw Man City's goalkeeper, their backup goalkeeper. I cannot remember the guy's name, but he played in the semi-finals of the League Cup against Manchester United, and he was really good in that game. He looked more than just a backup. He looked like he could get into some first teams, and that's what you want from a backup goalkeeper. So let's see what happens around that. I mean, Runarsson is so bad, I would take Kepa, Chelsea's goalkeeper, well, now their backup goalkeeper, in goal for them. So either way, I think Arsenal made a mistake with Runarsson. We do have time to go and fix it, but hopefully Arsenal could then go and identify a replacement, bring the replacement in, and then we could go loan Runarsson out. And yeah, let's see how that goes. But I'll be keeping you guys posted on the news that's happening around that. Secondly, we got to talk about Pepe Sokratis. Now, the story with Sokratis has been like he's going to Genoa. That's been the big talk. And even yesterday, there were talks on Sokratis having to make a decision by the end of this week in terms of whether he's going to Genoa or not. Now, Real Betis in Spain have come and they're talking about they're interested in Sokratis as well. And I have been reading here, let me just pull that up. This literally came out about 12 hours ago now on football.london, saying that Real Betis are looking to take away that deal. The problem is to do with Sokratis' wages, on why a deal like this potentially could not work. Sokratis is said to be on 100 grand a week. They are not willing to even pay anywhere near that, but you would have to think that Sokratis might have to bring down his wage demands with everything. But knowing this is probably Sokratis' camp just looking to evaluate everything and then kind of them making their decision on whether they're going to go to Genoa. There's talks on Napoli, now Real Betis. You know, it's lots of different options there for Sokratis. I'm happy for him. Unfortunately, just hasn't worked out for his time at Arsenal. But he can get an opportunity to get a loan and then a permanent deal somewhere else, or get a permanent deal now to somewhere else. I still think he's a decent defender, just isn't the type of defender that we need. We do need someone that technically on the ball is a little bit better, not that kind of old school defender. as well. I always thought somebody like a Leeds would do good with someone like a Sokratis, like really good defender, defends well, got good pace on him, but isn't quite what we need right now in terms of a defender. And then finally, I want to talk about Nicolas Pepe. So there was a recent article, normally I wouldn't even have brought this up, but there was a recent article that came out literally an hour ago here in the UK. It's now 10:45, talking about Arteta and his thoughts on Nicolas Pepe and how he can improve. Now, I did a video sometime last week, a few days ago, talking about Nicolas Pepe and that I believe his Arsenal career is over. Mikel Arteta believes highly different from me and believes that, you know, the club need to go up and help him. This was on Sky Sports, but it's been reported on Court Offside, and he says, as I quote from Sky Sports via the Court Offside, we need to help him to succeed. Arteta told Nicolas Pepe has been a major disappointment so far. He then goes on to say, in order to do that, he needs minutes. True, but you're the one who decides on the minutes, so what do? He needs consistency in the team, I agree, and when he has that, he needs to show he's capable of doing it. Completely true. Technically, I think he's very good, but nowhere near consistent even when he does get games. But then he goes on to say, let's see how the next few months develop. So it looks like he's got the next few months to kind of convince Arteta whether he's going to stay or whether he's going to go. That's what I would take from that last statement there. Talented player. We do need to find a way. I said at the beginning of the season that we would need Pepe. We would need the best out of Pepe, because last season we were literally Aubameyang FC, and that if Aubameyang stopped scoring goals, was injured or was out of form, then we would need somebody else in order to chime in and score goals. And we saw that this season. When Aubameyang wasn't scoring goals, there wasn't anybody else until more recently, until we formed the trident in Emile Smith-Rowe, Saka and Laka. But still, we could do with more players. We could do with more players scoring goals, creating chances, and if Pepe can do that, great. It's good for Arsenal. It's good for the fan base. But, I mean, Mikel Arteta, it's truly up to you. I mean, he perfectly said it, that he needs games and that he needs to show consistency within those games and within the 90 minutes, not 10 minutes of brilliance or, you know, 30 seconds of brilliance, you know, 5 minutes of okay, and then 45 minutes of just deadness. You know, if he can provide consistency within the 90 minutes, then I'm sure, I mean, I question Arteta's sometimes decision making, but that should be able enough to convince Arteta to say, give Pepe some more games. At the very least, you give Pepe more games over Willian. I mean, jeez, like Willian has just been awful. Like I have no idea what happened to Willian. For me, I thought that this would have been the perfect signing for Willian to come in at Arsenal. You'd been a backup, but in a lot of different areas, but that just wasn't the case. So I do hope that Pepe improves. I think Arteta does as well, but it's looking like if he doesn't, certain things might happen, at least based on that statement if you're reading between the lines. But it'd be really interesting to hear what you guys have to say in and around that quote in regards to Pepe. Do leave your comments below. Remember to continue liking the video. It does help the channel out. Hit the thumbs up. And thank you all once again for the recent subscribers. They have brilliantly helped the channel out. And until then, I will see you all next time on my next video, which should be tomorrow, or the videos that you could see around the screen right now. So until then, I'll see you all next time. Peace.